Welcome to Isaw-saw natin. Pasensya na po at medyo matagal-tagal na po tayong hindi nakapag-upload dito. Since the last video, medyo marami pong event ang nangyari sa makina. It was one after the other and we got really busy. But now we have time. And pasensya na rin po, I know I did mention that we wanted to get into other topics like ambulance chasing and other interesting things. We'll get to that. But for now, ang pag-uusapan po natin ay Dede Content. So ano nga po ba ang Dede Content? Dede Content is basically content na pa-sexy. And should Dede Content be the right name for pa-sexy videos wherein we're seeing hosts showing a bit more skin, they're being more sexual, and it's not even about the topic. They can be doing other things like pwede silang nagluluto, pwede silang nagmamotor, pwede silang kahit anong topic. Pero how they are showcasing themselves, how they are hosting their videos, sexy sila, pa-sexy. Should we be using pa-dede for these types of content? I think it's safer to use pa-sexy content, right? Pa-dede content kasi parang, what is that? A breastfeeding documentary video or parang a documentary on tribal villages out there, remote areas wherein everybody is topless. Right? I think pa-sexy content is clearer and it explains what we're talking about here. So, is it okay? Is it right to be critical of these contents when we see women hosts being really sexy, showing more skin? Okay, I just want to say na medyo, it is a sensitive topic. At kung meron ditong may karapatan maghusga at magbigay ng opinion dito, I would clearly say outright that it would be mga kapwa babae din. A point of view of a guy in this topic, yes, meron, but I will tell you kung saan. At least with me, I mean, with where would I give my opinion? What situation where do I feel this would be more apt pag galing na sa akin yung opinion? When we talk about feminist views on sexuality, let's take a look at what that is. Feminist views on sexuality, they widely vary. Many feminists, particularly radical feminists, are highly critical of what they see as sexual objectification. So, pag object na yung tingin natin sa mga kababaihan at hindi na tao. They are against sexual exploitation. Of course, lahat naman tayo. Sexual exploitation in the media and society. Radical feminists are often opposed to the sex industry, including prostitution and pornography. So being a feminist actually does not limit oneself to being a woman. I can be a feminist pala based on this definition. If I am against all of that, then I am for women's equality as well. We want the best for them as well. It's kind of extreme within the feminist world too, kasi meron mga feminists na talagang on the conservative side, ayaw ng ganyan. Meron naman mga feminists na, teka muna, anong pakialam nyo, katawan ko to. If I wanna wear what I wanna wear, dapat kaya ko tong gawin na hindi ako binabastos. Meron din ganon, right? It's not about teasing guys, it's about wearing what I wanna wear. It's not about trying to look for a partner or being sexual. It's just being comfortable in my own skin. May mga ganun side. There's this band, a punk rock band in the 80s. I think they're called L7. I'm trying to remember. But they would go on stage. Tutugtog sila topless. Right? Punk rock band sila, di ba? And their point is, bakit mga lalaki lang pwede mag-topless? Kami din, di ba? And they were doing it not to turn on anybody. They were just doing it to make a statement. I want to be topless. Bahala kayo. So the guys watching it got that respect and also understood, hindi sila binastos on stage. They were like, okay, topless, let's play. It became about the music. However, we are not in a perfect world. And this is where yung point of view ng lalaki, I mean, I wish everybody thought that way, but it's just not the case. So I think what other women are saying when they're saying, don't do that, kaya nga sila nasasabihin na, ano ina-expect mo pag magsuot ka ng ganyan? Siyempre, babastusin ka ng mga lalaki, di ba? True, because we do not live in a perfect world, and sad at the same time, kasi hindi talaga dapat ganoon. Dapat may karapatan ng mga babae to do what they want, to wear what they want, na hindi sila binabastos. That they can walk down the street, wear shorts, na hindi sila sinisipulan or kinakatcall. You know what I mean? It should not be the girl's fault. So here na yung papasok yung opinion ng lalaki. So anong view mo dito, Zach? When we're talking now about the safety of my loved ones, pag ako ay may daughter or asawa or nanay or kapatid na babae, asahan ninyo talagang pagsasabihan ko sila. huwag niyong gagawin yan. Yes, may karapatan ka na suotin yan and all of that. But bilang kapamilya mo, bilang tatay mo, I wanna play on the safe side. Be conservative with how you express yourselves because there are a lot of crazy people out there. And ako ay entrada ko dyan, pagkaanak ko lang yan. Even beyond 18, if I have a daughter and she's beyond 18 years old, pagsasabihan ko siya kahit 30 na siya, 35, hoy, di ba, ano yan? Up to a point na, syempre, matanda ka na, but I will never stop trying to protect my own, right? Can I do this to other women that di ko kaano-ano? I can't. If they're not doing anything illegal, it's really none of my business at ako pa yung masasabihan na, anong pakialam mo? Di kita kaano-ano, leave me alone. So this is where I would stand as a guy. And you already see na parang there's like a double standard or parang may cognitive dissonance, there's a contradiction here. Why are you overly protective of your own? Yes, pero if you see a sexy woman, a pretty woman, in your mind, you want to go to bed with her, right? I don't know. It's just the way things are. Imagine mo, ikaw, lalaki, may nasexyan ka sa isang babae. Meron kang magandang intention sa babae. Gusto mo pakasalan. Of course, the whole sexual attraction is there. You want to make love to her. You want to have sex with her. If your future father-in-law or if the father of that girl can see kung ano yung nasa laman ng utak mo, mabibwisit sa yun. I mean, I don't know ako bilang lalaki at ako may daughter, hindi ko matake Parang, alam ko nasa utak mo di ba? Parang, to me, if you're gonna be a dad, di ba, to a daughter. So, why is it that way? I don't know. As of 2021, we are 7.8 billion people. Paano tayo dumami ng ganyan? Dahil sa kalibugan. Sexual urge, the urge to procreate, it is in our nature. And I will make an intelligent guess that priests, they're probably masturbating a lot, every day even. Is it a bad thing? I would say in a biological standpoint, it's nothing wrong. And with what your belief is with God, syempre, that's something you will wrestle with God. But I'm not surprised if they're jacking off every day, with no disrespect. I'm just pointing out. Sexual urge is there. Meron tayong bahay. Karapatan natin na maging safe sa ating bahay. There are some places in Canada, I heard, na walang naglalak ng pintuan because yung mga tao doon respect these rights that we shouldn't be doing or invading or stealing things in their houses. So, hindi sila naglalak ng pintuan. However, hindi rin masama na ilak din natin yung pintuan to be safe. So, I guess one way to look at it is to protect yourself. If you feel that you're safe and you're doing these things, then, diba, pa-sexy. Okay. Now, is this a right thing or a wrong thing, yung pa-sexy na yan? Obviously, if you're not breaking any laws, then what can you do, right? Pero, here is something na hindi nagagalaw ng batas, and that is pag binabadoy na kayo. Diba? Let's face it, there are things, it's called preference, diba? May mga things na baduy, diba? Ayoko niyan, hindi ko gagawin yan. And there are other women content creators na babaduyin nila yung mga pa-sexy content creators na cheap niyan, hindi ko gagawin yan. At ako'y magkakakuha ko ng followers and clout ko doing it this way without having to cheapen myself and show some skin. Sagot naman ng mga pa-sexy content creators, napaka-ipokrita ninyo naman. Para lang din tayo malilibog at naghahanap ng partner and attracting the opposite sex, blah, 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 blah. So, dyan na nagkakabangayan. And that's a completely different world right there. But, like with me, kung nababaduyan man ako, there's a lot of content there na hindi ko type. It's yung preference ko, nababaduyan ako, hindi ko trip. I'll just keep it to my head. I don't need to announce it or shoot it down. I'll just keep quiet. Di ba, ala kayo sa buhay nyo? But I can make my own statement by doing things my own way and not doing it that way, So, I would like to also know what you think, di ba? Ano ba tingin dito sa mga pa-sexy? Bilang kunyari, may nakikita kayong pa-sexy na video na hindi nyo kaano-ano, how do you feel? Tapos, anong pakiramdam nyo din? Pag anak nyo na pala yung gumagawa na yan, how would you feel also? Because some of the comments are, hindi maganda yung comments. Nakakatakot yung mga ibang comments dun sa mga ibang pa-sexy videos. Talagang kamanyakan talaga yung lumalabas nun and it's dangerous, di ba? So there, it's another thing to think about in this day and age. So, yeah, if you have any comments, feel free to put it down below. What you think about this whole thing. Is it bad? Is it wrong? What's a good way to go about it? Is there a middle ground maybe? O dapat wala na lang tayong pakialamanan? Let us know what you think too. So, ayan po. Sinawsaw natin. Dede content or pa-sexy content. Ito po si Zach. Ciao.